Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash. And I thought this one would be a fun one to do, and since The Flash Season 6 has recently ended, it only makes sense that I give you guys my opinion on The Flash seasons. So essentially, this will be my video ranking all 6 seasons of The Flash from worst to best. Before you guys start hating on me and stuff, just know this is my opinion. You guys are entitled to your own. So yeah, basically we all have our own opinions, and we're definitely going to disagree on some stuff with this list. But before I go over the ranking, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. And please do hit that subscribe button, as it does only take a couple of seconds of your time. It doesn't take 10 hours or something. It's only 5 seconds, and it does help out a lot. So please hit that subscribe button. But anyways, let's get straight into these rankings. So at number 6, the worst season of The Flash ever, and that is The Flash Season 5. Now, when the trailer came out, I was very intrigued because we had the Flash ring and we had that Nora stuff as well, and I was pretty interested to see what will happen. But in this season, there was no character developments at all. Nora was pretty interesting at first, but the fact that a 34-year-old actress is acting like a 15-year-old is so annoying. Don't get me wrong, I do like Jessica Parker Kennedy. Her acting and stuff is really good, but I just don't like the way how the writers wrote her as a 15-year-old. That's the part I didn't like about Nora. But the worst part of season 5 is probably Iris. Iris is at her worst at season 5. You cannot bear her at all. Nothing with her journalism arc at all. I just wished Iris would have been redeemed. Barry finding out that he never comes from the crisis was great, but the worst part as well, the second worst part of the season, was definitely both cicadas. The two cicadas are the worst villains on The Flash, and they got defeated by Team Flash pretty easily. But the problem with them was that they kept escaping, which got so repetitive and it got so annoying. The thing that only redeemed the season was the Nora and Reverse Flash stuff. And the fact that Thawne needed the dagger to get it destroyed so he can get free. Thawne's plan pretty much. That's what redeemed the season. I loved what they did with Thawne. It was so unexpected. I just wish that Thawne was the main villain for the entire second half of the season. The 100th episode for me was the best out of the Arrowverse ones. Please don't even get me started on The Flash Season 5 suit. But at number 5, I have The Flash Season 3. Arguably the second worst season. Now, with how things ended in Season 2, I was so happy because we would finally explore Flashpoint. However, the way the show did it in Season 3 wasn't the best, but it was still pretty enjoyable. Now, I have to admit, the season kicked off really, really well. And we also had Wally West being Kid Flash and stuff, Dr. Alchemy. All of this was very good. Savitar at the start was pretty good. The story with Iris's death was very interesting, and I really liked the prophecy that Savitar revealed about Team Flash, about how one will betray and things like that. I was very intrigued about him. And I really liked that future episode as well. And I also liked how Barry is trying to prevent Iris's death by trying to change the future. The parts I didn't like was that duet crossover. Don't even get me started on that. Savitar was a really bad villain after the first half of the season, and I wasn't a fan of him, especially after he got unmasked. The way they handled Iris surviving was very disappointing, and they literally got rid of a character who we knew would come back in some other form. And this is the season, where Iris's journalism arc started falling as well. At 4th place, I have The Flash Season 4. Now, with the past 3 seasons being a speedster villain, it only made sense that they do a non-speedster villain for this season. Now, the villain for this season was Clifford DeVoe, aka The Thinker, and I really liked the idea of having the fastest man alive versus the fastest mind alive. So The Flash Season 4 had some really good stuff, and in my opinion had the best episode of the entire show as well, which was Enter Flash Time. The storyline for some part was really good, and I believe that was due to the villain, Clifford DeVoe. Now, DeVoe and Barry had a very good rivalry, and DeVoe was a great villain, especially towards the end. When Neil Sandilands played DeVoe, it was just at its best, pretty much. However, the character did fall apart when it was played by the others due to that, body swapping stuff. Now, Season 4, it destroyed the character of Iris, which I really disliked. They ditched that journalism arc completely at this point and made her the captain of Team Flash, which I wasn't a fan of. And I really didn't like the body swapping stuff with DeVoe, as I said. But overall, Season 4 was pretty good. Now, at third place, I have The Flash Season 6, our most recent season. Okay, so first off, I have no idea why people say that this is the worst season. I'm very interested to see why you guys think that. I, for sure, disagree with those statements, and in fact, I think that this is the third best season. Now, yes, this season was unfinished, but I still enjoyed it. The storyline for the first part was awesome. The second part I can't really comment on because it was unfinished. The crisis setup was really well done, and the main villain for the first half of the season, Bloodwork, was awesome. And he created this dark tone to the show, which I really liked. And he's definitely the third best Flash villain in the show. They finally focused on Iris' journalism arc. Iris was probably the most developed and redeemed in any of these seasons. Season 6 really worked well for Iris. And then post-crisis was unfinished. However, with what we got, it was very good. The second villain, Eva, was a good villain, but not better than Bloodwork. Unfortunately, we couldn't see the rivalry between the Flash and Mirror Master build up due to the pandemic and due to the season being unfinished. But she was still pretty good with what we've seen of her. But yeah, the storyline for the two halves of the season were great. I really liked it. So at number 2, I have The Flash Season 2. Now, I wouldn't have argued at all if you guys have put this in number 1. The story for this is incredibly dark and it was so good. The introduction to the multiverse allowed some great characters appearing. The main villain for this season is an example of that, and he is definitely one of the best, but definitely the most frightening villain out of all. And when the fake Jay Garrick was revealed to be a hunter, I didn't even see that coming. That was just sick. And the Earth 2 episodes were really fun as well. The rivalry between Zoom and the Flash was so good. Definitely the one of the tops. All the characters had good developments as well. Wally West was introduced to the show in Season 2 as well. But yeah, this season was really good. And at number 1, I have The Flash Season 1. This is probably not a surprise to most people. This was a perfect origin story for Barry Allen and his setup to becoming the Scarlet Speedster, The Flash. If it was up to me, I would have really tied Season 2 and Season 1 together, but the story for Season 1 was so good, and the setup to the rivalry between the Flash and Reverse Flash is just at its best. The main villain for this season is by far the best villain we've ever had on the show, and let's be honest, no one, and I said it, no one saw the Harrison Wells becoming Reverse Flash thing. No one saw that coming. The newspaper article of the Flash vanishing was so interesting. In the season, Barry is a rookie speedster and he's learning how to use his speed, but his development was really good as well. And let's be honest, OG Team Flash is definitely the best, and also the Eobard stuff was really interesting as well. But yeah, guys, this is my rankings. I would love to see you guys' rankings, so say in the comment section down below. But this is my rankings. I told you we could disagree, but as I said, it's my opinion. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys have enjoyed my video, please give a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comment section down below, as I said, your rankings. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.